Welcome you all to my channel. I am A. Dhanasekar from Mettur. Dear students, today we discussed about crystal field splitting of tetrahedral complexes. In the screen, the left side of the diagram is splitting of d orbital for octahedral complexes, which is explained by me in my previous video. If you want to see that, go to the description and use the link which is provided by me. In tetrahedral complexes, there are only 4 ligands. On approaching the ligand towards the central metal atom, here the direction of approaching ligand through the diagonal of the cube. Look at the right side of the diagram. This is the splitting of d orbital in tetrahedral complexes. This red line is the x-axis which provide the state of the orbital, and y-axis provide the energy of the orbital. An isolated central metal atom, the d orbital of the central metal ion is present in a ground state like this manner. After the symmetrical ligand field, the isolated d orbital goes to higher energy level. This is called average energy level. After the attainment of average energy level in tetrahedral field, the ligands approaching the diagonal of the cube. So the orbital lying on the x-axis and y-axis as well as z-axis are dx square minus y square and dz square. These two loops feels less repulsive force than the orbitals lying between the axis dxy, yz and zx. So we get the two set of orbitals like T2 set and E set. The T2 set has plus 2 by 5 times of delta T, that is plus 0.4 delta T, and E set has minus 3 by 5 delta T, which is equal to minus 0.6 delta T. Let us see the model, how it happened in tetrahedral complex. Now look at the cube. This is for my reference, so don't confuse these two balls. Remaining 8 balls, top side 4 and bottom side 4 are the important one. In octahedral complexes, the ligands approaches the side of the face. So 6 ligands approaches the face side like this manner. In tetrahedral complexes, note these two green balls and these two green balls. Okay, clear? There are 4 green balls are present in the cube diagonally like this manner. Okay, now the orbital of central metal atom put into the cube. What happened? See the model once again. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. See that this is z-axis. In tetrahedral field, the ligand approaches diagonally of the cube. The orbital lying on the axis, that is the dx square minus y square, these 4 loops, and dz square, top and bottom loop, having less fields of attraction. At the same time, the loop present lying between the axis, that is this loop lying between this z-axis as well as this x-axis, having more repulsion when ligand approaches. So this dxy, yz and zx orbitals feels more repulsive force than the orbital lying on the axis in case of tetrahedral structure. So the dz square and dx square minus y square goes to lower energy level in the tetrahedral complexes, and dxy, dyz, dzx are lying between the axis. So on approaching ligand, it goes to higher energy level. So this diagram is inversely to the octahedral complex. It's clear. Now the CFSE value of tetrahedral complexes. CFSE is equal to set bracket when number of electron in T2 orbitals into 0.4, that is plus 0.4, plus number of electrons in E set into minus 0.6 delta T, plus number of paired electron into energy of one pair minus n dash p into p. Here n dash p is number of electron pairs in average energy level, p denote pairing energy. In next class we will discuss the nature of ligand, spectrochemical series, calculation of crystal field stabilization energy and color of the complex. Thank you.